It seems they've given up for good this time. After searching a lot and not finding a man who meets all their requirements, they prefer to stay single. For them, it's better this way.
I actually have high expectations but low abilities. I'm nothing myself, yet I can't find anyone I like. Why do I say this about myself? Because deep down I don't really want to get married. It's like not being hungry but still having to eat something high in calories that you don't even like. I would never marry just for the sake of marriage, but I might marry because of someone. If that person brings me happiness, joy, and a sense of security, giving me enough courage to bear the weight of marriage, then I might consider getting married.
This month, our channel delved deeply into the situation of leftover women in China. While many videos have covered the desperation of these women to find a partner, get married, and make their families proud, there are also those who have decided to give up entirely. These women won't settle for just any relationship. They prefer to stay single, rather than accept a man who doesn't meet their high standard. Let's explore in more depth why they've made this decision, directly from their own perspectives. So what do you think about this topic?
I'm an older woman who is not interested in marriage. I blame men for not being able to give me what I want. And I don't want to please any man. I'm 36 this year, not married, no children. I respect my own feelings and boundaries. My sense of feminism is strong. I'm brave in love and hate. I want to discard all the past prejudices and restrictions placed on women. Women are not accessories. They are important and their needs are important. I don't want to encounter a mama's boy, a phoenix man, a miser, or a calculating man. I don't want to spend my life living for others, nor do I want to delay my personal development for anyone. Every decision I make must be based on my own needs, my enjoyment, and my happiness, not on pleasing or trapping anyone. God gave me life, so I'll live and flourish according to my heart. Alone, free, and at ease, I do whatever I want. I really enjoy staying at home on rainy days, making a hot pot, preparing a table full of foods I like, without having to accommodate anyone else's tastes. It's very satisfying and relaxing. Doing what you truly like really heals you. That canned meat lunch was super delicious. The meat had a great texture. I can give myself love, understand myself, heal myself, and satisfy myself. And that's the greatest security in the world. After the hot pot, I make a cup of coffee for myself, latte, which is black coffee with milk. It's especially good, and I also ate this wafer that I've been loving recently. It's imported from Germany, without preservatives, with a creamy flavor. It's really delicious. I enjoy lying on the sofa aimlessly, feeling relaxed and healed, without urgency or anxiety. I bought a big durian for myself. I really love durian, and the flesh was plentiful, truly satisfying. When I'm alone, no one dares to complain about the durian smell. I eat as much as I want, truly enjoying the pleasure of being alone. So good and satisfying. I really like preparing these massage things for myself at home. This massager has temperature control, rolls with dual wheels, and really massages the waist, back, and legs. So comfortable. Aren't these new things I bought beautiful? Being alone, do you feel lonely? Yes. Isn't loneliness a normal condition of life? Feeling lonely means that an important need of mine hasn't been met, so I take the opportunity to find and satisfy that need. Not getting married can also lead to a very exciting life. A person alone can also reach happiness because the essence of happiness is the ability to love oneself. I have a car and a house, and now I also have 800,000 in savings, and I don't ask for a single penny in dowry. I've been on 26 blind dates, but no man is willing to marry me. Just because of this one requirement. Help me analyze this. Is my requirement excessive? I'm 35 years old, 1.63 meters tall, and not attractive, just an average person. But I have been sensible and hardworking since I was young. Neighbors always said that whoever marries me would be lucky. On my 30th birthday, after having dinner with my friends on the way home, a drunk driver headed straight for me. A man, without thinking, pushed me away from the path, but the car was going too fast, and he couldn't escape in time. I only heard a painful scream and then blacked out. When I woke up and opened my eyes, I was in the hospital, and the man who saved me was in the bed next to mine. The doctor told me that he was seriously injured and still in critical condition. I quickly got up and, unsteadily, rushed to the emergency room. At the door of the emergency room, I saw a girl about 5 or 6 years old crying on the floor. The doctor told me she was the man's daughter. The girl ran over to me and said that her mother had passed away last year due to illness, and she only had her father left. She begged us to save her father because she didn't want to lose him too. I hugged the girl and told her that everything would be okay, that I was here and wouldn't leave her alone. Unfortunately, after several hours of rescue efforts, the man passed away. The girl lost both her parents. At that moment, I decided to adopt the girl and make her my daughter. Since then, I've worked hard, bought a house for myself and for the girl, and also got my own car. Now I still have some savings. However, I've been on over 20 blind dates. And no man has agreed to marry me because I bring the girl with me. Many men don't agree with this requirement. One man even offered me $500,000 to put the girl in an orphanage, saying he wanted his own child and didn't want to live with her. I immediately refused. I said I'd rather remain unmarried than send the girl to an orphanage. Family ties and gratitude can't be measured in money. Without the girl's father, I wouldn't have what I have today. The girl's father died saving her. How could I, for my own benefit, send her to an orphanage? I only want to give the girl a warm home. This is why I've been on over 20 blind dates and am still single at 35. After hearing my friend's story, I finally understood why she's still single. Today I'm sharing this so everyone can hear. Do you think my friend's conditions are excessive? You know, after the new year, I'll be 28 years old. I often wonder what kind of person would have a future with me. I'll tell you, I used to have a plan for my life. At 22, graduate from college. At 24, be a white-collar worker. At 25, earn more than $10,000 per month. At 26, get married. And at 27, achieve both career and love success. By 28, I should be teaching my child to walk. But it seems my plan has deviated from the path I initially envisioned. Recently, a fan asked me, "It feels like everyone around me is getting married. My parents are anxious, I'm anxious too, but I can't find the right person. What should I do? I don't want to settle for anyone." I replied, "I'm anxious too. Ha ha ha, I'm really quite anxious after all, I'm already 28. But I'm seriously thinking about marriage. It's not about giving an explanation to a certain age group, nor to my parents, nor to myself. It's about a formal agreement between two people, something that needs to be signed and registered, something that requires mutual management. Just love or just money are not enough to maintain a relationship. If you want to manage a home based on an agreement between two people, you need a bit of money and a bit of love." So, I told him that if he still feels anxious, he should consider what he would lose if he didn't get married. I thought about what I would lose if I didn't marry. I would lose the feeling of coming home at night and seeing the lights on, not because someone is waiting for me, but because I left the light on for myself. I would lose the moment when, while taking a shower, the hot water runs out and I have to go to the kitchen wrapped in a towel to fix the water heater. I would lose having to wait alone for the maintenance team when the old building's elevator breaks down. Even though I'm afraid of the dark, I would lose the fact that, while others have company when shopping, I would be alone eating a small fondue and waiting for a taxi to take me home. Whenever I talk with my friends and say I don't want to get married, that marriage isn't good in reality. I really do want a home, a responsible father, a mother who doesn't take medicine, a capable and responsible partner. Every time I feel wronged, I'd like to come home and get a warm hug. But now, at 28, I still haven't found my ideal home. I know my standards are high. I want everything and hope all my expectations can be fulfilled in the same person. He should love me deeply, always stand by me without hesitation. But I've realized that gradually, I've become this person who no longer wants to love. Over the years, I've met so many people and loved so many, but I found that they were all like that. So, I've become my own support, and now I don't love anyone. I love whoever is by my side. So when we talk about fear of marriage, we're actually not afraid of marriage itself, but of the possibility of being betrayed by the person we marry, right? So, I really want, at 28, to allow myself to be a bit more naive. I don't want to become too mature, too calculating, and worried about every detail. I want to be a bit more superficial, romantic, and be with the person I like. After all, not getting married isn't a problem, right? If you still think that you'll never get married and plan to stay single until old age, then you must watch this video until the end. A few days ago, I came across an article online written by a 58-year-old woman who never married or had children. I'm 58 years old now, an only child, and my parents have always been very open-minded, respecting my decision not to marry or have children. Perhaps it's also because I never met someone I truly liked. I graduated from college, I have parents who love me, and I felt there was no need to force myself to find another companion. When I get old, I will have a pension, so I don't have to worry about aging alone. If I can't find a soulmate, I'd rather stay single until I'm old. First, I was really happy. When I was 50, my father started having health problems, and his condition gradually worsened. 55, he passed away. Now it's just me and my mother living together. From the age of 30 until that time, I never envied the people around me who got married and had children. But before he passed away, my father told me that his biggest regret was not seeing me get married. That's when I realized that deep down in their hearts, my parents still wished I could find a good person and have a happy marriage. For 2 months, I reflected on myself and felt very confused, wondering if what I did was right or not. Was I too stubborn? Now I see that my mother has lost the smile on her face. She worries every day about what will happen to me if she also gets sick or passes away. Who will take care of me? In this world apart from them, I have no other relatives. Why didn't I insist on finding a man to marry and have children back then? At least if there were a child at home, there would be more life and energy and not this loneliness I feel now. I want to tell young women that maybe when we're young we just focus on work and, during holidays, travel to various places. My soul and spirit were completely freed. I saw many wonderful things in this world, which made me even less willing to settle. At that time I thought not having a family, no ties, and no children gave me the freedom to do whatever I wanted. But now I see that my friends and classmates already have children and grandchildren, and at home it's still just me, my dad, my mom, and me. For 58 years, I've stayed in my original family and haven't formed a new one. Today, my loneliness is something I don't dare to share with my friends. When we were young, they envied my life for not having to care for children and grandchildren, for being able to travel wherever I wanted. But now, I envy the companionship of children and grandchildren they have. What I fear most is the day when my only relative, my mother, also falls ill and leaves me. What will I do then? I can no longer have children. My friends and relatives all have their own lives. Having lived this way until now, I truly understand and want to sincerely tell you that people come into this world not just to work, make money, and enjoy life. The most basic and traditional function of a person is to reproduce. Even if my savings last me many years, the loneliness of the soul is something I don't want you to feel only when you're 60 and it's too late to regret.
At 28 years old, many women are still striving to achieve their life ideals. While some seem willing to settle for what comes their way, others prefer to stay single rather than accept less than they truly deserve. In today's video, we explored the dilemma faced by these women who, instead of conforming to social pressure, are seeking something that truly makes them happy. They confront their own expectations and desires and discover that there's nothing wrong with wanting more and not settling, even if it means being single for a while. So, what do you think about this perspective? Do you believe it's braver to fight for an ideal or to settle for what's available? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below and share your opinions with us. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to keep up with more content that makes you think. Your engagement is crucial for us to continue creating videos that truly resonate with you. See you in the next video.